Let's rate one of the top private clubs in Michigan. Today I'm playing Kingsley Club, which was named top 5 course in Michigan in 2021, top 30 under 30 in 2021, and a top 100 course in the country in 2022. I'll be rating everything from the logo to the practice facility to the course and the conditions. Let's see if Kingsley Club can stack up to the hype. As we were driving to the Kingsley Club, we went down a road that you wouldn't expect to lead to a top-ranked course, but eventually we made it to the entrance. We first stopped into the shop to check out the merchandise. As you'd expect at a top-ranked club, they had all the best brands in the shop. What really stood out to me was the unique head covers and their hat selection. Some of their hats simply had the logo, which is awesome, and other hats had a bottle of alcohol, which is a tribute to a club-wide tradition, which I'll talk about later in the video. When it comes to their logo, it's simple and elegant. Nothing crazy, but I did learn they also have a members only logo, which is just the shield. I think this is super clean and is a really awesome incentive for becoming a member. Next, we grabbed a breakfast sandwich, which was a 10 out of 10, then was off to the range. Unfortunately, we were a little short on time, so I was only able to hit a total of 2 range balls. But from what I was able to see with the range in the short game area, it's got plenty of room to help you practice any shot you could ever face on the golf course. Now getting to the course, I took full advantage of the generous fairway on hole 1. The first hole is a long par 5, which definitely wasn't reachable for me, being that it was the 3rd swing of the day, but it was generous enough to get you in play off the tee and get your round started. The green complex is really what made this hole tough. I hit a wedge to a foot, so I didn't have to worry about the slopes, but Logan was able to demonstrate if you're in the wrong spot, you almost have no chance. There's definitely a premium to being in the right section or simply knowing where you need to miss it. Another great part about the course is the par 3s. Great par 3s do not have to be 200 yards plus, and Kingsley Club does this just right. Kingsley Club has some great mid to short par 3s as demonstrated by the 2nd and the 9th hole. The 2nd hole is 170 yards with a big penalty for missing in the wrong spot. I luckily hit a great shot in there and was able to make the putt to start with 2 birdies on the first 2 holes. The 9th hole is what I wish every par 3 could be. This hole has a crazy amount of tee box options ranging from 100 yards to 200 yards. You can play this hole every day for a month and truly not have the same tee shot twice. There again is also a premium for hitting it in the right spot. I hit a good tee shot here but wasn't able to make the putt, but I definitely can't complain about a 3. Like I mentioned on hole 1, the fairways are pretty generous on the par 4s and par 5s, but there's definitely a penalty if you miss the fairway. The reason I love courses like this is even on your worst driving days, you can still find the ball and feel like you have a chance to shoot a decent score. When hitting in the fescue, you need a little bit of luck with the lie, and you're in for a big challenge if you want to make par or birdie, but you also don't feel like you're totally out of the hole right off the tee. I have to mention the shot of the day from Logan. Out of the fescue, green running away, not that long of a shot, he really got creative and gave himself a birdie putt. This really shows how you aren't fully out of a hole with a bad drive off the tee. This round, I used up all my luck as I was not flushing it off the tee and caught some reasonable lies in the fescue. I definitely learned you are playing very defensive if you miss the fairways and can play aggressive into the greens if you are in the fairway.
Good looking shot there, Darren.
Remember that tradition I was talking about earlier? The alcohol bottle on the hat symbolizes a bottle they have tucked into the rock wall on 18. The tradition is everyone takes a shot before teeing off. I don't drink, so I didn't partake in the tradition, but it's a cool little touch as you close out the round. The closing hole is definitely no slouch. It requires a good tee shot to set you up to attack a pin on a green with a lot of slope. I was able to hit a good wedge to 20 feet, but wasn't able to make the putt, which got me to finish off the round with a 4 under 68, thanks to some good putts and some great breaks in the fescue. So now for the ranking. When it comes to the logo, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, simply because I can't get that member logo. One day, I'd love to become a member here just to get that simple, elegant, and classy logo on all my polos. For the practice facilities, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. The conditions are great, but the range tee is slightly small, but this is probably by design as the course is very private and it will never have as much play as a typical public course. Finally, for the course, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. This is a course I could play every day and never get bored. It's wide enough off the tee, which makes it manageable for the higher handicap golfers, and the greens are difficult, which will even make the best players in the world think. When the wind kicks up, I can definitely see how this course could be very difficult to go low on, as it's very important to be in the right sections on the greens. This is definitely a club I would love to join in the future, and I have to say the Kingsley Club definitely lives up to the hype. And if you ever have the chance to play Kingsley Club, definitely take the opportunity and enjoy your experience.